The ground trembled as Sir Alden's foe. A towering armored beast of shadows closed in, its sword like a scythe of pure darkness. Alden could barely lift his own blade. Weakened by the long battle, his armor battered, his strength nearly gone. But in his heart there burned a flame, a memory of a promise made long ago, and he wasn't ready to let go. Not yet. Years before, Alden was nothing more than a farm boy, the youngest son of a quiet family who tended their fields on the edge of the kingdom. Small and scrappy, he was never afraid of hard work or the tales of valor that echoed in his heart. While other boys dreamed of riches or fame, Alden dreamed of becoming a knight, a protector, someone who would stand for honor, courage, and the people he loved. One day, fate swept through his village in the form of a wounded knight who staggered into town. Armor glinting and battered, Alden, wide-eyed, helped the knight as best he could, binding his wounds and fetching him water. In thanks, the knight offered him a gift, a single silver pendant and an invitation to the castle should Alden ever be ready to train. Years passed, and Alden grew in strength and skill, his heart as noble as his spirit. When he was old enough, he traveled to the castle where the knight who had once been his mentor welcomed him as a squire. Through grueling days and sleepless nights, Alden learned the sword, shield, and the code of honor. Each day, he wore the silver pendant, a reminder of the boy he once was, and the promise he'd made to himself, to protect others at all costs. And then, one fateful night, came the summons to battle. A monstrous warrior from the cursed lands was laying waste to villages. Unstoppable, brutal, and feared by all. Alden, now a knight, was the only one brave enough to stand in its path. He rode to meet the creature, ready to fulfill his promise to defend the kingdom. Which brings us back to the moment he faced his foe. His sword feeling like lead in his hand. Every muscle screaming as the beast loomed closer. The memory of his journey flooded his mind. The boy who had yearned to be a knight, the countless hours of training, the battles he'd fought to protect others. This was his purpose. He would not falter now. As the beast raised its sword to strike, Alden found one last surge of strength. With a cry that rang across the fields, he lunged forward, his blade piercing through the creature's dark armor, striking its heart. The monster let out a howl, shattering like shadows in the light. Vanquished by Alden's undying courage, Sir Alden stood victorious, bloodied but unbroken, the noble knight who had overcome certain doom. A legend born of courage and an unyielding heart.